Hey guys, Dr. Nick here. I wanted to do a little bit of a discussion. Is it just me, or during WrestleMania time, it's okay to be a wrestling fan? You could talk about it with your colleagues at work, you could talk about it with your family, you could talk about it with your friends. Basically, you can talk about it with anybody. You can go to stores and see more figures, sales on DVDs. There's big displays in Walmart and Kmart, and short stores like Hot Topic have more T-shirts than they usually do. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, there's nothing wrong with somebody being a casual fan. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to be a fan of something 100% of the time to actually like something, and that's fine. I myself have always been a fan, and that's okay. Um, I don't know. It's one of those things where it kind of makes me mad because a lot of the same people that I know, let's say, I don't know, 9 or 10 years ago, um, when they were in high school, when I was, it was taboo. We didn't talk about it. I did. I kept it to myself mostly because even though a lot of my friends that I associated with, deep down I knew they were wrestling fans, they were ashamed of it. They were like, oh no, we got to be cool. We can't talk about wrestling. In grade school, we used to talk about it every Monday, downstairs in the cafeteria. When we got to school, we'd be like, oh man, did you see Monday Night Raw? Be like, oh yeah, man. You want to come over this weekend on Sunday and watch Fully Loaded or something? We're like, yeah, man. You want to come over and play some Nintendo 64 or some PlayStation? Or even, going way back, play some Royal Rumble on Super Nintendo. I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. I'd wear, like my Austin 316 shirt, my Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, whatever. And it was okay. We'd wrestle on the trampoline, have, backyard wrestling, just goofing off. And it was fun. And at that time, it was acceptable. And then, sorry about that. And then once we got to high school, like I said, it was like, oh man, we can't talk about that anymore. And then something happened. The same people who were fans of the same thing I was, if they found out, like other people found out about it, and they were with me, they totally deny even being my friend. They would actually make fun of me along with those other people, even though I knew that they were wrestling fans as well. They would, say things like, "Oh man, you're a loser for watching that. Yeah, I don't watch that stuff anymore. That stuff's for kids. You're a dork," and stuff like that. And they would say hurtful things. But at being almost 30 years old, I turned 30 this Thursday. I wish that I would have known how different things were going to be once I got into college and even afterwards. I thought I was pretty much alone being a fan. I did have a few friends that were fans as well, but they got the same type of treatment I did. We got made fun of. Even people who were close friends of ours for years basically abandoned us and made fun of us as well. And those same people who made fun of us then are the people that come to us now and are just as big as fans as ever, as we are too, still. They want to talk about it. They want to get their WrestleMania card together. They want to talk about the pay-per-view results. They'll buy t-shirts, everything. But I myself never stopped being a fan. I never stopped. I never worried about, oh man, somebody's going to think I'm uncool because, I'm watching Monday Night Raw or WrestleMania or, anything like that. I didn't give a shit. I've never cared about what anyone has ever thought of me. Ever. And it's just one of those things where it pisses me off when I hear of people, who are the same age I was getting made fun of and bullied for them liking wrestling or Transformers or Pokemon or video games or just anything in general. Since when does anybody have the right to give anyone shit for something that they like, something that makes them happy in life? I personally am not a fan of Pokemon. I'm not really a fan of Transformers or G.I. Joes or any of those things. But I don't disrespect people for their interests. I respect them for their interests. If somebody wants to show me something from their collection or talk about it, I'll talk about it. I'm cool with that. I'm not really a comic book guy. I kind of am. I'm not like hardcore into comics, but I appreciate them. I appreciate the movies. I appreciate the artistry and the time that has gone into making some of them books and the graphic novels. They're awesome. But I just want to say to everybody out there who is watching this on YouTube, Facebook, whatever, if you're doing that to somebody, you're an asshole. You are a complete asshole. I don't like anime either. But I don't sit there and trash people for something that they like. And if you think I'm talking about you, I probably am. If you are actually sitting there watching this video and you're saying to yourself, hey, is he talking about me? I probably am. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not trying to be an asshole. But the truth of it is, what you did back then to not only myself and other people, and the people that are still doing it to this day, who are you doing it for? Does it make you feel better to know that you're trashing somebody's interest by making fun of them and making them feel less of a person? That's a joke. You must really have some serious problems, or you're just a complete ass clown. That's the only thing I can think of. But you're rude. You're a joke. It's not funny. It's not nice to do. And I've never once claimed to be perfect in any way. And you may call me an asshole watching this video. You maybe call me a loser because I'm a wrestling fan. I guess you say a quote unquote dork, geek, whatever. I like watching sci-fi movies and all kinds of stuff like that. But one thing I can say, I've never liked something because somebody else did. I never went along with the crowd. I never conformed because somebody told me to. But I just want to say to everyone out there who has an interest and gets bullied and made fun of for it, keep enjoying it. You want to collect action figures, baseball cards, Pokemon cards, video games, do whatever makes you happy. Don't worry about what everyone else thinks. Just do whatever makes you happy in life, and that's all that should matter. But this has been a public service announcement from Dr. Nick.